In this episode of the spaceship SimPit build, we are making the TV wall, and I'm presenting the material we will use for the whole cube. Stay tuned for some rigid but still cheap solutions. Welcome to the Creative Geek, where we help makers of games, toy and playful technology to develop their craft by understanding play. For example, through two-way interactive SimPit builds, like this one. In this episode, we're building the wall frame for the TV wall. This is part of the skeleton for what will become the Immersion cube once everything is done. And the technique used here will be used throughout the whole frame. I was looking for quite some time to find the right rods to use. And I started looking at PVC pipes. And there are PVC pipes with a diameter of 25 millimeters. So that would have worked. But then I realized the cheapest solution and strongest solution was actually to use curtain rods. So I used the IKEA curtain rods. So this is IKEA Hugad, and it's about 2 meters. And in these 2 meters there's 2 rods that can extend up to about 4 meters. And that means one of the rods can slide inside the other one so that they can extend, like this. The diameter of the thinner one is 25 millimeters, and the diameter of the thicker one is 28 millimeters. So this one fits into the connectors I have. This one doesn't. Even if I would just have used one of them, the thinner one, it would have been among the cheaper solutions I could find. But it feels like a lot of waste to lose all this material. So I started cutting this into the pieces I wanted, and then I used the ends of it to make small connectors. And that way I can plug the connector in the thicker one, and this will now fit into my plastic corner connectors. The best way of getting the pipes onto the connectors I found was using a rubber mallet. But for some reason I didn't find one in my workshop. I could use whatever, like a piece of wood or something. But I found this one in my daughter's toy bag. And it's just perfect. As there's a little bit of space between these, I just used Scotch tape to make it a bit thicker. These pieces are the beginning of the TV wall. They will be connected into a frame to mount the TV on. So when we measured the TV, we found that it's 65 centimeters high and 112 centimeters across, as I knew when I bought it. The thing I didn't know was the exact placement of the VESA mount. So when measuring it, I find that it's 28 centimeters between the holes and the top of the TV. And it's 60 centimeters across between these holes. And the 60 centimeters is deliberate because that's the distance between the studs in a normal wall. And we need to use that here as well to mount it into the frame. This measurement is 120. Or actually it's 120 from wall to wall, so it's something like 118. But in this case it doesn't matter that much. We want to place the TV in the middle. That means we're going to get a bit of space here and here. About 4 centimeters to be exact. And that probably means we need 4 centimeters here as well to make it look the same. So this one, from here to here, should be 32, including those 4 centimeters. Meaning from this point to this point should be 32. So that we can fasten it also in the middle. This is one of the 2-dimensional crosses, and this is one of the 3-dimensional crosses. So we're going to cut off 1.5 centimeters here and 2 centimeters here. So this is going to end up being 28.5. I finished one wall and I mounted the piece that the TV goes onto. That's the black thing over there. So now I need to go on. And there's two ways to go here. Either I keep doing the rest of the walls, or I mount this wall to the actual wall. And I think that's the way I'm going to go, because that way I can kind of go on quicker. And I need to get the TV out of the other room where it's right now, so that I want to be able to move it here as fast as possible. So probably I'm going to mount this one to the wall, and that way it's also going to be straight. And then I can do along the other wall, which is the one that goes here. There I will be able to mount the next wall, and thereby getting them into 90 degrees from each other. So I'm going to use the walls I have and mount it onto those, since it's going to stand there most of the time anyway. And then I will make it possible to disconnect it and disassemble it if I need to move it around. I mounted these pipe clips onto the wall at several points, and a couple of ones on the other wall. And since these are on the other wall, they go in a different direction, and this stops things from going in this way. Then what I can do is plug this one in, and then bend it in like a door. And make sure everything clips in. And now it's really secure. Besides, most of the force will go downwards, so the TV should be secure. I'm unsure how many of these clips can actually stay once it's finished, but for now it secures this wall until I can build the other ones. And once the other ones are up, they should secure each other quite a lot. Even though this is just a really early stage, I wanted to get the TV into place, mostly to see that it actually fits and that I've been counting everything correctly. It seems perfect. There's a couple of centimeters on each side, and that's gonna be enough to build it into something. This screen is also backlit, so I can use that and bounce the light out and kind of get some extra lights for feelings. There's one more reason for getting it up now. Since I've been moving stuff around, I haven't been able to play, and I'm in the middle of something called Power Play, and that ends on Wednesday. So I need to get one mission done before that, otherwise I lose the progress for a couple of weeks back. But now I can sit on the floor and play. Thank you for watching, and there are several more videos on this build. So click the subscribe button and click this playlist to follow the project.